Welcome everyone back to, I believe, the fifth, one, two, three, I want to say the fifth set of jars in the baby food jar series. Here at Portside Rustics. Today, as you can see, hopefully by what's laid out here, it's going to be some yarn. It says natural polished hemp. Says hemp mixed with hemp and mixed fibers. And then we got embroidery floss, embroidery thread, and I'm going to be using some Elmer's Craft Bond. So I think how I'm going to do this, I already got all the jars painted and prepped. Got the pink for the yarn. This is warm caramel. And then this is blue. The pink is a gloss. I really don't care for glosses. It's just what they had when I got it. I like satins or flat. So I think how we're going to do this, I'm going to set my turner up, put them in. I'm going to use the Craft Bond to make them tacky. Then I'm going to spin it on, and then when we get to the bottom, figure out the best way to try to adhere it on the bottom. So give me a moment to set up the turner, get some stuff out of the way, and we'll get the show on the road. Okay, I got my turner set up, so I'm not actually, I might be able to, because I'll control the switch right from here, be able to do it and let it turn. So let's get a coat of Craft Bond. Here I got my little spray box that there. I'm going to start with the yarn. Put that on there. Probably get it started manually. And then, so I want it to turn that away. So I think I'm going to lay that out flat. Now, because I do have electrical tape, I'm going up to the electrical tape. I'm going to overlap the thread a little bit. Get a couple more wraps going. Going to try to keep them tight as possible. So I guess I should have seen which way. Oh, perfect. So we'll see how this works out. It's a variegated yarn. I guess if I had it so I could see where it is on the top. It's working out pretty good. Hopefully this works like this on the rest of them. Now if this works on this, now if you know somebody that is a knitter or something, you want to make like a crochet hook holder, a needle holder, probably use a little bigger jar, drill some holes in the cover, and do this, and it'll probably make a nice little gift for somebody that does knitting, crocheting, yarn work. That's what these baby food jars are for, is to try out techniques before doing them on a bigger scale. I know they say go big or go home, but you know, So started to go off the rails. So I think, oh, because I'm pulling it. Ooh, I see. I got to be a little more gentile. Got to start pressing it on. So I don't pull it off. So now this part can be time consuming. This is the, gonna be the fun, tricky part is the bottom. Question is do I go all the way around inside the bottom or just go to that rim? I think I'm gonna go just to the rim and leave the bottom alone. So there's a ridge right there that I'm gonna probably just go up to. I don't know if it's my stickiness isn't sticking much anymore. We're gonna get it wrapped. And of course, this is on a jar. If you do it on a tumbler where you want to tape off the bottom or something to that effect, probably wouldn't matter. But it's working. So I'm basically going to do the same thing to the other two. Okay, I think we're almost at the end. Of course, I didn't bring my scissors. I may put some sort of knitting notation type sticker on the bottom. But for now, yeah, I may put some on the bottom. But for now, that's, take that off and get you a closer look. So I think the yarn is really, it gets epoxy. I think that's going to look really nice. That. So next we will do the natural hemp. I'm going to do the warm caramel. Natural hemp. The silica pack. So let's get the Took a moment to get going, but I think we're established. So now we're going to go back to doing it by hand, I think. Starting to get some gaps I don't like. So if you like what you're seeing so far, I think it's kind of interesting, you want to check out some more, check out some of my other videos, give me a subscribe, a like, a share, everything that will help me out to get this off the ground. I enjoy a bunch of the other YouTubers out there, kind of inspire me to do this. I think we're going to go as far as there. There. We'll spray it down, kind of seal it up a little bit, I guess. Some of those pieces to lay down. Now it look pretty cool inside the. So this is the natural hemp mixed fibers. Fortunately, that one I can't set down right this second because I sprayed it. I'll just put that over my other turner. Next, we have some embroidery floss. So let's get at least one skein. I don't know if one skein is going to cut it or not, but I do have several others. There is a secret to using this stuff, so we'll see how far one skein gets us, but let's get it. This put on here. We'll get this started here. Oh, it's probably going to take more than the skeins that I got. Right along that taped edge. Excuse me. And let's okay, we'll speed it up for you. Okay, we're all set up. But first, let me apologize. My battery ran out, so I couldn't stop. Had to continue to finish this because the adhesive was starting to get non-tacky. So, but this is the finished part before epoxy. So we're spinning away. I'm probably going to mix up to start with 30 milliliters. I'm thinking that these two are going to soak up some epoxy. Everybody knows how epoxy goes on. Well, not everybody, but most people know how epoxy goes on. So at some point after starting to put the epoxy on, I'm probably going to speed up the video. We don't have to drag it out. I'll stop, say a couple words at the end, and we'll see what we look like tomorrow after they dry. This using these medicine syringes, boy, what a lifesaver. Evenly measured, equal parts. Glove on up. Start with the pink one, work our way to the blue one. Start on the bottom, like I always do. It is absorbing the epoxy. I might have enough to get started. Well, I gotta mix up some more epoxy. Okay, we're ready to continue the process. So there they are. First coat of epoxy. I'll come back and I'll take the tape off in about 40 minutes. And I'll come back in the morning, show you what we got. Looks like they're most likely gonna have to be sanded down. Just that scuffed up in another coat of epoxy. That's definite. So here we are next morning, and they coated, it absorbed, but still put a nice coat on the outside of the material. It does need a sanding, you can see. It does need a sanding, 1 to 2 more coats of epoxy. But that's a nice, interesting pattern. Like I said, you could go, I mean, I went in a straight line down through, but I mean, I imagine you could weave back and forth and make all kinds of crazy designs. I just happened to use an ombre, not an ombre, a variegated yarn. And the same thing with the floss, it was variegated. So, yeah, I'll come back after I get 1 or 2 more coats on, and we'll see the finished product, and we'll move on to the next. Well, we're back. Like I said, I was gonna put a couple more coats on, then bring you back and show you what we ended up with. I got a total of 3 coats on everything. The yarn was probably the most difficult one to get to smooth out. I don't know if it's the fibers or what it may be, but this is the yarn. I gotta still put another coat of paint on the caps, but then we did the hemp twine, hemp cording, mixed fibers. This is really nice. I'd probably use this on some sort of either nautical theme type thing to make it look like rope. And then this is the embroidery floss. I like when I used it variegated that it made nice straight rows. This one wasn't too bad. So I would definitely say that using any 3 of these would look good on a tumbler, jar, maybe with some sort of vinyl saying on it, maybe a peekaboo. Again, that's the 4th set of jars in the series. Again, I did do some, so the first ones was the mica powder mixed with epoxy, which are these 2. The 3rd one I did a peekaboo of, and it already sold, so I don't have it. They needed it because they had to mail it away as a gift. Then the second one in the series again was the dry mica powder, putting it on. So I did a peekaboo with the pink. Then with the one that looks kind of like metal of some sort, I did some gold vinyl. I still probably have to put another coat of epoxy on this one. Then the last one that we did alcohol inks. And that was that, just as a reminder. I did 2 peekaboo ones on this one. I did this deer scenery. This was supposed to be like the wood grain underneath simulation. Then this was the saran wrap alcohol ink method. And we got more coming up. I got 3 jars getting ready to be painted. I think the next one we're going to do some Dawn Power Wash, the Dawn dish soap, and we're going to do some shaving cream and see how it comes out. So stay tuned for that, and everybody enjoy themselves, stay safe, and make things.